All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. It continues. We're still waiting, trying to figure out what's going to happen with this. Just to let you guys know, if you guys can share these videos, because like I said, they are being suppressed. I'm going to keep saying that. Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell urges Supreme Court to overturn her conviction. Just hearing that in the title, man, you don't know what is coming next. I've said it in videos before, and I'm going to say it again. I feel like something big is coming. I just don't know if it's good or bad. I don't know if he's going to pardon her. I don't know if she's going to get lesser time. They said they talked over like 100 names. So what is next? But like I said, if this woman come up missing or mysteriously something happened, we already know what it is. Stay focused, y'all. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Attorneys for Ghislaine Maxwell made a final pitch to the Supreme Court. They're asking justices to overturn her 2021 conviction for conspiring with Jeffrey Epstein, saying it violates an agreement that Epstein made back in 2008 that shielded any co-conspirators from prosecution. The Justice Department wants the High Court to reject her appeal, but Maxwell's attorney said this in a statement, quote, "We're appealing not only to the Supreme Court, but to the president himself to recognize how profoundly unjust it is to scapegoat Ghislaine Maxwell for Epstein's crimes, especially when the government promised she would not be prosecuted," end quote. Meantime, a source tells CNN that Maxwell received limited immunity to talk with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche about the Epstein files last week. Those discussions were not mentioned in today's filing. Now, this morning, President Trump said that he is not ruling out a pardon for Maxwell, saying that he just hasn't been approached. Here's more from the president.
Well, I'm allowed to give her a pardon, but nobody's approached me with it. Nobody's asked me about it. It's in the news about that aspect of it, but right now it would be inappropriate to talk about it.
Let's get some perspective on all.
You know, the other day I reacted to a video and someone complained that I was getting this information from CNN as if it don't matter who's uploading the damn video. He said what he said. This is the second time, that he's had a chance to just say flat out no or hell no. I've seen him, he's cussed on live when he said, what did he say about somebody effing, they don't know what the F they doing? Why he can't just say F no or hell no? Look, that's the second time he's had a chance, and he keeps talking about that he's allowed. We know that you're allowed to do it. Again, if this man pardons her, where do y'all go from there? What is the support going to look like from there? Because, oh my goodness, man. Make sure y'all are sharing this video. This is crazy. Nobody approached him. To me, that sounds like if they approach me, we need to talk and see what we can work out. Damn. This video was uploaded an hour ago, man.
These developments with retired New York Supreme Court Judge Diane Kiesel. Judge, thanks so much for being with us. So Maxwell asking the Supreme Court to review her conviction. Are you anticipating that justices will take up this appeal?
Hard to say. It's really a very simple issue. Ghislaine Maxwell says that the government has promised that future co-conspirators would not be prosecuted. Depends on your definition of government, actually, because there are 93 United States attorneys in this country. Only one, Mr. Acosta in the Southern District of Florida, signed off on this agreement. And the question becomes whether that binds the United States Attorney in the Southern District. The Justice Department for years has said it does not. The Second Circuit, which is the circuit in which Ms. Maxwell was tried, says it does not, as does the circuit, which is the Midwest. In the brief to the Supreme Court, Maxwell's lawyers indicate, well, there is some split in the circuits, and certainly the Supreme Court can elect to adjudicate when there is a split in the circuit. The question becomes, is this enough of one? Is this a big enough case that they would want to do that?
So there are two avenues that her attorneys are pursuing. It's not just this filing before the Supreme Court. It's also, in their statement, this direct appeal to President Trump for what they view as justice. Her attorney is suggesting that she should receive a pardon, perhaps, with Trump saying that he has the power to do so, but he hasn't been approached about it. I wonder, what, if anything, in your eyes, might justify a pardon for her?
Oh, let's hear this.
Well, let's remember what she was convicted of.
Right.
She was not convicted of assisting Jeffrey Epstein in. Yes, Donald Trump is correct. Legally, he can give her a pardon if he wants. I think it's playing with dynamite, particularly since it's his base that ignited this latest firestorm about a lack of disclosure in the whole Epstein debacle.
So I have to put something over this, or the video may look a little weird just because of what they're showing right there. And I'm gonna have to trim out something because they're saying what she was convicted of, but we already know what she's in jail for. But as you try to, have that repeated in a reaction video, it can get kind of sketchy. Just know that. That's why y'all seeing what y'all seeing or not seeing.
Right? So I think it would be a difficult move for him to make. Doesn't mean he wouldn't make it. Also quite interesting is the fact that while he may be considering a pardon, his Department of Justice has filed a response to Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyers saying that her prosecution was perfectly justifiable under the law. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on Friday, we should also note that she was given limited immunity to talk to the deputy AG. A source described that immunity as standard. Why would she need immunity at this point to take part in that interview?
Well, because she's still, she's got an appeal pending, right? In addition, someday, if she doesn't get pardoned, she will be up for parole, and she wants to be sure that whatever she may say will not be used against her. That's pretty standard. The interesting question here, though, is, Todd Blanche is the one speaking to Ms. Maxwell and her lawyers. What role is he playing right now? Is he the president's former lawyer, or is he representing the United States of America as a high-ranking official in the Department of Justice? It's all a big question mark, isn't it?
Judge Diane Kiesel, thank you so much for your perspective.
Okay. Again, man, if she gets pardoned, we already know what it is. The law is very strange, man. So you telling me she can be convicted of what she's convicted of, but they can be like, oh, hold on, the co-conspirators weren't supposed to be getting in trouble for this, even though we know what it is. And you know what? Let's give her limited immunity so she can speak freely on things that might have took place that she either witnessed or participated in. But, she's going to get immunity so that can be used against her. I'm going to give her limited immunity and let her say what she got to say. And anything I hear that is very, very telling, oh, we gonna slap some more years on. I know that's not how the law works. I'm just saying, man, that's so crazy. Oh, man. I'm just thinking, like, you say she was convicted of this with her boyfriend, and he's like, I'm allowed to pardon her. They haven't approached me. Like, this is literally right in our face, man. Literally right in our face. Mm-mm-mm. Someone says she's not even trying to say she's innocent. She wants off on a technicality. Wow. Disgusting. She thinks she's did nothing wrong. I think she knows she did wrong, but she was like, but they said I wouldn't get in trouble. Oh, man. This is insane. I'm telling you, man, we all gonna be asleep, and either you gonna have some type of notifications on or something, and we all gonna wake up to that news. Mm-mm-mm. And you know what's scary too is that if she mysteriously disappears or something like that, they done. Like if she says some stuff, and if she actually testifies or whatever, and she says stuff that's they're probably gonna put her somewhere far, far away, and she's just gonna be living and enjoying life. And we'll never get to the bottom of this. Because again, I said that I feel like both parties can be in a lot of trouble here. Let's just say that. Both parties, both sides, left, right, Republican, Democrat, I believe both parties can be in trouble here. And that's what the holdup is. Like, share, comment, subscribe, man. Peace out.